My name is Omowunmi Victoria Samson, and I will be hosting this session along. I'll be hosting this session. Okay, so if you're excited to be here, as much as I am, just give me a thumbs up. You're excited to be here, just give me a thumbs up. Thank you, Elvis. Thank you. Thank you, Ozi. Thank you, Akime. Thank you, Kumar. Thank you, Eliza. All right. So this is an exciting session as we will be taking a look at how Amdari has helped its interns to land tech jobs in the UK. And interestingly, I have some of the interns that have been able to land jobs on this call today. So beyond, theory, beyond everything that we say, one major thing for us at Amdari is always the success rate of the program. You get to understand who Amdari is, why Amdari is here, and who Amdari is helping. But if you're just hearing about Amdari for the first time, or you're joining us for the first time, can you please give me a thumbs up? Okay, let me pin myself so that, okay, Elvis is joining for the first time. Whiskaddy, Mo's Corner. Okay, awesome, thank you. Right. Okay, Onya Chusin is also joining for the first time, same as Tyre. Okay, let me pin this to the screen. Okay, so if you've joined us before, just type a 1 in the chat. But you're joining for the first time, just like every other person, just give me a thumbs up. Okay, so like I said, we are going to get started now. All right, thank you so much, Jane. I'm so glad. I'm always happy when we have new people joining us to learn more about Amdari and how Amdari is shaping how people apply to jobs and eventually or ultimately getting exactly what it is they signed up for. All right. So I would like us to do a quick introduction in the chat. You have taken a tech course and you're still trying to get a job. Type a 1. You've taken a tech course and you're still trying to get a job. Type a 1 in the chat. Okay. LOS is saying 1. Ayodeji, the same thing. All right. Just type a 1. You've taken a tech course and you're trying to land a job. Ima Soen as well. Okay. Awesome. All right. Please keep it coming. I want this session to be as interactive and engaging as possible. So, like I said, we're going to get started real quick. So, okay, quite a number of people. Keep it coming, right? Just keep it coming. Just a minute. Okay. Just keep you taking a tech course and you're still trying to land a job. Just give me a 1 in the chat. All right. So, just a few people. Are we saying that we all have gotten jobs in tech already? Is that what you're saying? You've gotten a job already? Is that the case? Type a yes if that's the case, right? But you've not gotten a job and you've taken a tech course. Just type a 1. Okay, it's Ima also. Amazing. So we are going to take a look at how Amdari has helped interns to land jobs in tech. And how exactly are we doing this, right? And why is it very important for people to take certain action if they want to go from 0 to 1, right? If you want to go from, getting ghosted to landing jobs. Now, gladly, at the start of this session, I asked a question. If you have taken a course in tech and, okay, Elvis is still on the course. Awesome. Okay, you've taken a course, you're trying to get a job. Give me a 1, and I see a couple of people who have indicated that they're still trying to get a job. Now, what that tells you is there are different reasons why that is still the case, right? Maybe the CV is not revamped yet, or maybe it's been revamped and you get callbacks for interviews, and it's at the point of, getting that offer letter that you just get ghosted. You've gone for interviews, you get ghosted at the point of hearing a callback that, oh, okay, we have offered you the job. That's typically the challenge sometimes, right? So it can be any of the scenarios that I just painted, but not to worry, right? This session is not to paint the problem, but to address the problem and how we can achieve the solution, all right? So, yeah, how we can get to the point where you say, okay, I have been able to land a job, right? Now, what Amdari essentially helps you with is how to go from 0 to 1. Right? How to go from someone who has taken a course, someone who has, gotten the theoretical knowledge, the skill, how to go from that to showing proof of what you've done. Proof is very important. Most times when we talk about proof of what you've done, portfolio, showcasing what you've done, projects, showcasing your, competence and skill level, it seems we're just overflogging that topic, that conversation. But trust me, it is not being overflowed. And one thing I love to say during sessions or when I'm speaking to people is for you to understand why experience is important or why taking certain actions is very important before you get a job. It's great to think like the recruiter or listen to recruiters. What do they want? What exactly are they looking out for? And that's why this session is here, right? To help you see, right, from the recruiter point of view, as well as, tailor every other thing to make sure that you impress them and you show to them that, okay, I am that candidate that is perfect for this role. All right. So my colleague is dropping a link in the chat, right? It's a link for you to fill the attendance form. Now, filling this attendance form automatically means we get to add you to a community of people that we are helping to get interview prep within a week. We're helping some professionals in tech get interview prep. It's going to happen for 1 whole week. So if you want to be part of these professionals that get access to remote job board within a week, get your CV reviewed within a week, and a whole lot more, please fill the attendance form that my colleague is dropping and you will get added to that community. Now, moving on to the conversation of the day. So yes, Amdari helps you to, bridge that gap between what you've learned in class and having proof of what you have done. So you go from I learned this to I have done this, right? And the career path that we focus on in tech are the high or in-demand career paths, right? So these are career paths from data to business analysis to project management to ethical hacking, SOC analysis, GRC. These three are career paths under cybersecurity. So if you're excited about the topic of today, please give me a thumbs up. Like you want to learn how we help, thank you, Elvis, how we help professionals in tech, right, land remote jobs. Amazing. Thank you very much. Now, the brain behind Amdari is Mena Ipro. He's got years of experience working in tech across the data ecosystem, and he has helped people transition into tech. I always say this, when we say transition into tech, we are saying you go from learning to landing the job, right? And he has been able to help over 8,000 plus participants get this ease of transitioning and landing remote jobs and even visa sponsored jobs in the UK. And same thing applies to our second co-founder, and that's Adeza Suleiman. He has also helped over 2,000 plus tech professionals transition seamlessly into tech, by holding their hands, showing them exactly how to navigate the job market, how to apply, where to look, and also what are the key things that need to reflect on your CV, the proper guidance, the proper mentorship that anyone needs to land a job in tech. All right. So, and my name is Omowunmi Victoria Samson, and I have wealth of knowledge when it comes to software engineering, marketing, product management, and tech entrepreneurship. And I am very, very big on, human capital development. And I am going to be your host for today. So someone should give me just standing ovation or, confetti or something. Let me know that I'm not here alone. All right. Thank you so much. Okay, so we're going to get straight into the topic of the day. Sorry, why am I going too fast? Okay. So we're going to focus on how you can also become one of those tech professionals who have gone from theory to actually landing the job. Now, one common mistake that we make when we take tech courses, right, is our mindset. It is not yet wired to, I am this person. It is still in, I am that person I used to be who is trying to do this new thing. What do I mean by that? You've taken a course in data analytics or data science, and you are exposed to SQL, you've learned Python as well, right? You know how to write Python codes, you know how to write SQL codes, but in your mind, you're still that either sales rep, you're still that accountant, you're still that, the career path that you're still in. You're still that person who is just trying to code. It's a mental game, right? You're still seeing yourself as that. And that's why a lot of people on their LinkedIn, when taking a course or after taking a course or yet to get a job, they just write enthusiast, right, on their profile. If you're that person or if you're very familiar with that situation, can you give me a thumbs up? Like you're not owning that role yet, you're not owning that title yet because okay, I am yet to get a job. Okay, I'm trying to not pronounce your name wrongly. So Ipanzile, right? I believe you're a South African So I hope I did justice to the pronunciation. You will get the recording to this session. Please just fill the attendance form that my colleague is dropping. In addition to us giving you access to the 1 week job prep that I mentioned, we are also going to be sending the recording of this session to you. So please fill the form and we will, send the recording and even the slide to this session to you. So going back to what I was saying, right? You take a course and mentally you're not that person yet. You just see yourself as, okay, I've done data analytics. I'm taking a course in data science. I'm taking a course in project management, but I am not there yet because I have not practiced. You need to start owning that title. And it starts from changing it on your, what's it called now? Changing it on your LinkedIn bio to reflect that you're not just an enthusiast, you are a data analyst already, right? And that mindset sheet is going to start helping you position yourself as that. Now, like I said, you need a mental transition, right? How do you go from being ghosted when you apply to jobs to also being very confident? How do you go from I am a banker who just learned data analytics to I am a banker. So James, I don't know if you always stay till the end, and that's essentially what this session is all about. We are going to be talking about exactly what we offer. From the title, right? From the topic rather of this session, I mentioned that we are going to focus on how we have been able to help people land jobs in tech. And you will hear from some of these people that have gotten jobs in tech. So please stay till the end, and you will hear from us on how we've been able to help people land that job. So when you have that mental transition, like I said, you're going to get to that point where, yes, you get the recording, Elvis. So you're going to get to that point where you go from being ghosted to being very confident. Now, how do you become that person? Essentially, it's a mental transition. There are many reasons why you might be ghosted. A lot of reasons why you might be ghosted. It might be because they found a better candidate. It might be because the ATS dropped your CV, because there are no keywords or projects. You don't have projects to reflect your competence. So the ATS as well didn't find keywords, didn't find metrics or business impact that you have made. So it just jumps and moves over, right? So that's why you need to understand what exactly is the problem and how you can solve that problem. So the confidence level is very, very important. Now, a lot of people on this course will be very familiar with the fact that, oh, I have taken a course, I am yet to land a job. I have updated my CV, I am yet to land a job. I have watched tutorial videos, I am yet to land a job. What exactly is going wrong, or what exactly can I do to improve this? And it is essentially just one thing, right? One major thing that you need to do. And that is majorly making sure that that imposter that is making you feel like you're not good enough or you are not ready is off your mind. Imposter is very normal. Imposter syndrome, it is very normal. It happens to the best of us. We always feel like, okay, am I good enough? Am I ready? Right? I remember when I took my when I started out in tech and I went for internship, one of the major things that experience taught me was there is still so much to learn. But am I getting better every day? Definitely, right? And the place of experience cannot be overemphasized. So you need to understand that, okay, how do you get rid of this imposter syndrome? How do you go from maybe I'm not good enough, or maybe I need one more certificate, to being that person that stops thinking like that? And it's majorly understanding what you need, which is experience, and switching up the mode of your learning, right? Switch up how you have been learning. Stop thinking, how do I, get another course? How do I impress the recruiter? Maybe I need to take another course. Maybe I need a certification. Maybe I need to do this. Stop thinking like that and switch up your mode of learning. That type of learning that would help you build confidence every day, which is experience. But then experience is only acquired when you land a job. We know this. And as a job seeker or someone who is very new to the space, one of the major challenges that you face is the fact that, okay, I don't have a job. How do I get experience? You need to understand that there are easy ways to get experience. There are low risk ways to get experience, and that is internship. And that is where Amdari comes into the picture. All right. So now, with Amdari in the picture, how do we essentially help you? I'd like you to understand something, right? And I believe most of us are very, very much familiar with this. The UK job market does not reward you. learners. In fact, not even UK job market. Every job market does not reward learners, it rewards doers. And you need to communicate this from your CV to your interview, right? To the point where you're having your interview. And I'm going to break down how this really impacts your, performance and everything like that. So so someone is, can anyone hear me? I think Ruth says she can't hear me. Please give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. All right, thank you very much. So Ruth, I think that might be your network. Thank you, Elvis and Mo. Ruth, that might be your network. All right, so please, you can drop off and join back. Okay, so how do you showcase that you are a doer and you're somebody that is ready to, take action because you've done it before, right? It is majorly by having things to show in your portfolio. So, like I mentioned, right, we have someone on the call today. I don't know if he has joined us, but I'll be allowing him to speak shortly so that I don't skip him till the end. I want him to just speak to you guys about how he joined the Amdari Work Experience Internship. Just like you all joined the session today, it was one of the people that joined as well in November. And again, I'll just really allow him to speak, right? But like I said, the job market rewards doers and not just learners, right? So it is very important for you to show proof of what you have done and how you have done it, right? How you've impacted businesses and all of that. So what's the best way to do this and how can you achieve that? Like I mentioned earlier, it is through internship. And internship is very, very important for so many reasons, right? So first off, it is going to help you have local experience in the UK. Now, recruiters are very big on experience. And I mentioned earlier that, in fact, if you've joined our sessions before, we have said it time and time again. They value experience because they want people that will be able to deliver on the job from day one. People that will be able to impact their business from day one, right? If I am hiring you as, let's say, a cybersecurity professional to work in my startup, that is because I cannot in any way do the job of a cybersecurity professional, right? So if I cannot do the job of a cybersecurity professional, it is very, very important for me to hire somebody that will be able to do the job. And because I can't do it, that means hiring someone who is new to the job and needs to still, be trained while working is not going to be feasible for me because I am not a cybersecurity professional myself. That means I need you to be able to do your job. Now, when UK recruiters or recruiters anywhere in the world prioritize experience, it is because of this reason. And one major reason why you might not get a job in the UK as an immigrant as well is because the the system has a way of wanting people that have local exposure, local work exposure. Have you worked in the space before? Are you familiar with the work environment or work style, right? With experience or proof of what you've done in that space, it is very, very easy for them to say, you know what? Yes, this person is going to be perfect for the job. All right. So so I'd like to hear from Crescent before we move on to the next slide. But majorly, you need to understand how internship also impacts this, right? It's a foot in the door. You don't need too much, stress when it comes to just going all in through internship because internship gives you reference letter. That's an employer in the UK backing up what you have done. All right. So hi Crescent, are you here? So I would like us to hear from one of them very interns. And I see a couple of people's hands raised. So I'll take questions shortly, but I want to know if Crescent is here. Okay, he's not here. Once he joins in, he is going to definitely get to speak. But I'll proceed, just needed to be sure that he's here or not here yet. Okay, so like I said, it's so one of the reasons why they prioritize this is because of the major thing that it communicates, right? Communicates that they don't need to hold your hands, they don't need to worry about having to train you. You will be able to start delivering on the job from the second month, from the third month, and all of that. So another reason why experience is important and having that exposure through internship is important is because it proves that you are job ready, right? And you've gone beyond learning. And one thing that internship proves is the fact that you also get to go from just a minute. So one of the people that will be joining us for their testimonial wants to join in. So I will be sharing the link with them. Okay, just a minute, please. All right, so it shows a lot, like I mentioned, when it comes to you trying to get a job, right? So it's very important for you to be very, very job ready, right? And one thing that being job ready shows is the fact that you have exposure working in a very okay. Yeah, so you've learned the workplace delivery. You've also collaborated in an agile team. And there is so much that you can develop in terms of skills and capacity when you work in an agile environment. And that's majorly soft skills. Beyond your technical skills, one thing that keeps you on the job are your soft skills. One thing that makes you retain a job is how you take initiative, how you are a problem solver, because it goes a long way. Getting a job is not about ticking the box. And how you can communicate that you're not just coming in to tick the box is to be that professional that has done it before, and you're able to communicate how you impacted the business in this capacity and in this context. All right. So like I mentioned as well, you also get to understand what exactly is expected of you. When I went in for my internship, to be honest, it was very hard for me to catch up in a lot of situations. And because it's internship and it's a controlled environment, they would understand that you're still learning and you're trying to get better, right? So one thing that internship did for me at that period in time was the fact that I was always challenged by these people that have done it and they've been exposed. And because of being challenged, that okay, how is this person this knowledgeable? How does this person know what to say in a situation like this? How does this person know what to say? And it was really, really challenging me to be better. So internship is beyond just what you're even learning. It's how your peers and your team is pushing you in that context and in that situation to be better. And that's one of the things that comes with internship at Sandari, right? When you intern, you're not interning in isolation. You're learning in the midst of other people, and you're building, your capacity, and you're growing as well in the process. So in the process of also working, you get to build a portfolio that helps you convert into jobs, right? And what I mean by that is when you apply to jobs, recruiters want to see something. And this is one of the key things that helped one of our interns to land a job. So I was on a call with her yesterday because I wanted to bring her on this session, but sadly, she has like an engagement this night, so she was like, okay, she won't be able to join. But we were talking, and she told me how the portfolio was one major thing that made her get the job. So she got a senior role in procurement as a senior data analyst just from internship. And she was not done with her internship at Andari as at when she got this job. All right. So as at when she got this job, she was still, I think, 4 months into the program with us, right? She was still 4 months into the program with us. And at that point in time, she was already applying to jobs. So one thing we tell our interns is you don't need to wait until the program is over before you start applying. You would have worked on projects at different points in time. You would have gotten, exposure. You would have gotten projects to showcase on your CV. You would have gotten a revamped CV as well. You would have also gotten prepped through our interview prep session. So you don't need to wait until your internship is over before you start applying. So that was one of the things that she did. Her name is Damilola. So she was telling me yesterday on the call that whenever she applies, she would always attach the link to her portfolio. And this link that she attaches to her portfolio is one thing that majorly helps her to get callbacks for interview. And when she got a callback for this particular for this job that she got, when she got the callback, she said after the interview, all of the projects that she had worked on that she had used in working on her project was just like the key thing that gave her an edge. They were like, okay, you have exposure working with SQL, Python, and the likes, and that automatically means that we can, give you a chance. We can see how you can translate that into job with us here at here in our company. So it really helped her. So one thing that you will get in the course of this internship is 100% project that you will build to, get a portfolio that is revamped. Now, hi Crescent, are you here now? So I'd like to confirm if Crescent is here. So okay, so I think So I think we'll just proceed with the session. All right. So portfolio building is very important because it can really, really give you an edge. It can really, really tell if you will get the job or not. Without anything to show for it on your CV, your chances of getting that job is low because what have you done before? How can we tell that you can impact this business in the capacity that we are trying to hire you, right? So for internship also, it is very important because it is low risk. So I say this a lot. Working in an actual organization, right, that already has real data of people who are doing the job, who are already who are, that has the real data of people who are, already trusting that business, putting in their money, patronizing that business, and hoping that, okay, I am trusting you with my money. I hope that you will deliver on what you promised. And you as an intern working in that capacity, right, in whatever capacity rather, means you need to be very, very careful. Mistakes can happen when you're learning. That's why internship is low risk. Now, in an actual work environment, it's not low risk because there are actual customers, there are actual people that have trusted that business, and being able to not make costly mistakes is one of the key things. Now, costly mistakes can lead to a lot of things. Maybe you being relieved of your duty at that job or in that company is one key thing. You being you feeling like, am I not good enough? Right? That imposter syndrome, you're still creeping. And it's not because you are not good enough, it is because you are just not ready enough. And being ready enough, being confident, and being able to perform at a high level means you have practiced. But practicing comes with internship, right? Because that is low risk. You can make mistakes, it can be corrected. Your what's it called now? Your team lead at that point in time understands that you are here on internship, so you will make mistakes. And this is also something that applies to one of the interns that will be speaking here today. Just briefly, they'll just be speaking for like about 5 minutes each. So her name is Juliana, right? And one thing that she mentioned after she got the job was the fact that support is needed, right? Which is where Amdari job support also comes in. So internship naturally prepares you, but sometimes you would also always need like on the job support, right? That support that comes with getting a new job, trying to navigate the space, and still making sure that you deliver quality on that job. So it is very important. There's something called what's it called? Dummy tax. You don't want to pay that tax. So how you don't get to pay it, and it's when you make costly mistakes because you don't have mentors, right? When you make costly mistakes because you don't have somebody to properly guide you. So that comes with internship, especially internship at Amdari, because of the structure, right? Because of the structure that we have with that. So now, moving on. Okay, so yes, like I said, the low risk that comes with it, and the fact that you have a high trust pathway to landing a full-time job. Now, high trust pathway because there is a reference letter that will come with this opportunity, right? There is a reference letter that will come with what you have done. There is somebody vouching for you. There is somebody backing you up and saying, yes, she has done this and she impacted the businesses that she worked with in the course of her internship with us at Amdari, right? So that reference letter from a UK recruiter, because Amdari is registered in the UK. We are located in Canada, but we are registered in the UK as well. We have a location in the UK as well. So one of the things that comes with this internship is that backing, right? From a trusted UK recruiter, people that can back up claims that you have done this and you have projects and you have portfolios to show for it. And you have a recommendation letter or a reference letter to also show for it, right? So moving on. Okay, yeah. So moving on, you've also gotten reference letter, like I said. I think I've talked about this, right? You get reference letter that backs up what you have done exactly and how you have impacted this business exactly. Now, with Amdari work experience internship that I've been going on and on about, you get 2 years international work reference letter. You get mentored by specialists in the UK, right? You also get public presentations. You can check our YouTube page. We have presentations done by some of our interns. These are things that you can even use as proof of what you've done. There is a living proof somewhere on the internet, not just what you put on your page, but even, the presentation that you've been able to do in the course of your internship at Amdari, right? So it's just like your fast, path, or yeah, fast path to properly integrating with the UK style work and getting that social proof that backs up everything that you're claiming during an interview, right? And so what are the strategies that we have used exactly at Amdari to help some of our interns to land a job? All right. So I will quickly talk about that, but I will love to hear from one of our interns real quick. And her name is Juliana. So Juliana, if you're on this call, can you say hi? I hope you're able to mute. Hi, Juliana, are you here? Hello, Juliana. Okay, so I don't think Juliana is here yet. Just give me a minute, just a minute.
Hi guys, please, if you're yet to fill the attendance form, you can go ahead and fill the attendance form on the message box or chat box. All right, thank you so much for joining us.
Side. All right, thank you, Ozzy. So, like she said, please fill the attendance form, and we will do well to attend to you with the job reference letter, and also not reference letter, job one big job interview rep session that I mentioned. All right, so we'll move on real quick. Okay, so Present, if you're here and you're able to speak, just raise your hand. But how have we been able to help our interns to land a job in the UK? What are the strategies that we have used at Andari? We have series of interview prep sessions. We call it the interview mastery bootcamp. This happens pretty much every month. Like I said, we don't expect you to wait until the end of the program before you start applying for internship for you to start applying for jobs. We start preparing you from the first month. And from the first month, you already have about 2 projects that you have worked on. By the second month, your CV has been reviewed and revamped. By the third month, you have more projects, about 4 at this point in time. Then you're ready to be prepped for interview, right? You're ready to be prepped for interview. And at this point of, interview prep, we proceed to making sure that you understand everything that is needed. Your confidence is, developed at that point in time because you have actual HR on that call. It's like a panel. Like you would go for an interview anywhere and you meet their HR, you meet their the department lead of that role that you're applying to. So let's say you're applying to a data analytics role and that organization is big. They most likely have a data analyst on the team that would help you get very familiar with what you have to do. So one thing that they will do at that point is that is the person that is very much knowledgeable about that field. So they need that person to be on the call, of course, to be able to tell if you are perfect for the job or not. So that's the same way we have the interview prep at Ambari. So in that interview prep, you have the HR, external HR person, you have your team lead on the call, and then you have subject area experts on the call as well. So one thing they do is they make sure that, okay, are you ready? Are you well prepared? So we shortlist like 2-3 people that we allow to say, you know what, come and, I think Crescent is here with us now. Hi, Crescent, can you hear me? Hello, Crescent. So while we are still speaking on the how Amdari has really helped interns to, land a job or, offers. So yes, Crescent is here. So I will, Ozzy, I think you need to unmute. You need to allow him unmute for him to speak. So we'll hear how Crescent has been able to get different jobs in different organizations just by joining this internship. So I will just keep a little bit so that we can, hear from Crescent. I just want to quickly show his profile on the screen. We'll still go back to my slide as soon as he's able to unmute himself. So can you unmute now, Crescent? So LOS, we definitely cover cybersecurity internship. Definitely cover. And I think I kind of hinted on cybersecurity briefly at the start of this session. But we definitely, and we have experts. In fact, if you check our page on YouTube, there was a presentation done by a cybersecurity intern at Amdari just yesterday, right? Just yesterday. And I would really like for you to watch that session, LOS. After this, you can go on our page. It's a project showcase session. It was just yesterday, so you will see it there. Hi, Crescent. I believe you can speak now.
Hello, Omowunmi. Good evening.
Hi, good evening. How are you doing today?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
Very well, thank you. Thank you so much for joining us. I know that you're busy and you're supposed to be in a session with your guys, but thanks for making time out to join us. So I will allow you speak. Like I said, guys, Crescent was, and I think he's still benefiting from the accelerator program that we have at Sandari. So he joined us as an intern in November 2024, and I would allow him speak. But from my screen, you can see that he has been able to land multiple roles, right, in the UK, US, and some other countries. And yeah, let's just hear from Crescent. Crescent, over to you.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. It's nice to see you all again. Unfortunately, I'm not able to unmute my screen. I don't know why I tried to, but however, let's just proceed. Um, well, let me start from the very basics 'cause I don't have all the time. It was in November 2024 that I came across Amdare, but period to that time, I already had a training somewhere with other companies, and they promised a whole lot of things. We'll do this, we'll give you internship, we'll do that. So we did the training. We learned SQL, we learned Power, Power BI. We did all of those, and of course, we finished the training, and nothing happened. Nothing happened at all, and it was really frustrating. Then I started searching for what to do until I came across Amdare on Facebook, and I joined just like you did, just like you today. And it was amazing. From that November, it's been so mind blowing. I think the very first thing I would like to talk about is the confidence level, because before joining I was really confident about my career choice. Like I was very sure that this is what I wanted to do, and I was very confident to call myself a data analyst. Then going forward in the internship, we did a whole lot of projects, real-time project, working for different industries, different businesses, and it was really mind-blowing because I got real-time experience, which has helped me apart from every other thing, it's built my ability to search for job. I was introduced to so many because looking for jobs is one thing. All we know is just LinkedIn, go to LinkedIn or go to Upwork. In fact, I was struggling with Upwork even prior to the time. But ever since I joined the internship, I've never gone to Upwork anymore because my eyes was open to a lot of job boards. I had access to so many jobs. In fact, as much as I want to apply per day, so I leveraged that opportunity to apply to several roles. I got some offers, like I got opportunities to meet companies in the US. I was able to interview with Nestle in the US. I got some opportunities in the UK. In fact, multiple. UK was like my favorite part. I got multiple opportunities in the UK. I even had opportunities in Europe. There was one academy like that I was able to come across that we did projects together. In fact, they loved my project so much that they wanted me to build a course for their students, and I was able to build a course on SQL for their students, and it's been amazing too. Then in Nigeria here too, there was opportunities to work with Lemfi project. I applied to Lemfi and we did a whole lot of interviews. The first stage, the third stage, I got the offer then, and then yesterday, I even went for an interview here in Nigeria because I wanted to have something because most of the roles I was getting were remote. So I wanted to get something like I'll be going to office and then work on the office and come back and see how my remote position. Then I got a job and I went for an interview with one federal government parastatal here in Abuja because I live in Abuja. And the interview was actually mind blowing because it was supposed to last for 30 minutes, but with that interview, it took 1 hour, 30 minutes. Because when we got into the interview proper, I realized that it's a different thing going for an interview and knowing what to do, like having a project-based knowledge. Like it's different from learning something and actually doing that thing. All through the interview, I realized that most of those interviewing, many of them are not data people. So they had downloaded questions that they were going to ask. So each question they threw up, I had a real project experience that I was going to talk to them about. And they were even learning a whole lot from the process. So they were enjoying the whole interview because during our internship in Amdare, we did this storytelling stuff. I think Isabella, they taught us how to tell story with data. It's not just about solving data. So I really used that so well to my advantage yesterday. We learned how to tell stories. So each question that came, I was telling them a story behind the answer of that question, and they were so enjoying it till they didn't realize when it was over. And that was only possible because I had a real-time experience working on this project. We worked on banking projects. We worked on, like, it's not a story. This is real thing. So it has really changed the whole thing for me. Like, I could comfortably call myself a data analyst and also earn as a data analyst. And like, I can get any job at any moment. I can just decide I don't want to do this job anymore, and then I switch to the next job and all that. And that was all made possible by Amdari. And the major thing about it was when they prepared my CV. That was like the secret of this whole job thing, getting job whenever you want and all that in any country of your choice, was when they handled my CV and prepared it. When I got that CV, it was I didn't even know I had done all of those things they put in that CV when they tailored it. So there was one time I applied to Money Point. That my CV got to the HR by 11:30 that night. HR called me on the phone. This one is not even replying to email because they taught us how to, apply for job different ways, not just about applying on LinkedIn or that. So I used one of the method. The HR called me by 11:39 in the night. She was so excited. She said, just for your CV now, please, can we schedule an interview? Are you available tomorrow? So we had that interview, and it was really amazing. And I ended up getting that job as well. I think it was with Money Points Nigeria in Lagos. But unfortunately, I'm in Abuja, but they wanted me to be in Lagos. So I had to turn them down after the whole of the thing. So it's really, if I'm writing my success story as a data analyst, I must have to, of course, give it to Amdare. They even had to motivate me to pursue a master's degree in data science because I never thought I did engineering in my undergraduate. But due to how interesting they've made it be, I've been able to, pursue a master's degree in the UK for data science. And I have a whole lot. If I continue to talk now, it will take the whole of the night because I'm super excited about it.
Yeah.
Just want
Thank you so much,
and
Christian.
see you guys next time. All right.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye.
I promised, I told you I was not going to take too much of your time because of the
Yeah.
session you said. So thank
All
you
right.
so much for joining us.
All right.
Thank
Bye.
you. And it's always a pleasure to hear from you, Christian. All right. Thank you. So yes, just so that I don't say too much, right? That's why I said, okay, let me bring in Christian and let's hear from him, right? How this has helped him. And to be honest, when he told us as well that he has gotten jobs, but he needs a physical one, he doesn't want just remote alone. So he accepted one remote offer, right? But he has still been looking for one where he will get to go to the office physically. And that's why you see that he's still saying that he's still searching for jobs. But he got the job from Money Point, but location was the barrier. He didn't want to relocate to Lagos at that point in time. And like you said, so it's one of the key things. And this is just to let you know that beyond just the UK, we also help people even in Ghana, in South Africa, in Nigeria to also get job offers. So we would also hear from well, she's not on the call, that's Damilola, but she is based in the UK. But we have a video from her, and I'll play that video. It's just about a minute long video. So she just told, she just shared how she was able to get the job. But I think I would allow Juliana speak because Juliana seems to be on the call already. Juliana, if you're on this call, just give me a thumbs up. So she also got a job before the end of her internship, and she benefited from the on-the-job support. So that's why I brought Juliana. I just wanted her to speak to the job support part of the conversation. And for Damilola, it was the portfolio that really, really helped her. And for Crescent, it was the CV. So honestly, when it comes to things that can help you land a job, it's always going to be one key thing that helps you stand out, right? It's always going to be one key thing that helps you stand out from other people. So if every other person has an amazing CV, it might be the project quality on your own portfolio that makes you stand out. If every other person has an amazing portfolio, it might be, how you tell the story during that interview. Like Vicent has said, how you tell the story, how you paint the scenario. Okay, when I worked on this project, this was it. When I worked on that project, this was it. So from different people that have gotten jobs ever since, jumping on this program with us at Amdari, one key thing we've noticed is the story is always different for everyone, which is always amazing. So hi Juliana. So because I don't want to keep you too long on this call, that's why I want to hear from you. Thank you so much, Prince. Juliana, are you here? Okay, I don't think Juliana is here yet. But Juliana, if you're here, just raise your hand. I'm trying to check if Juliana is here. I don't think she's here yet. But I think I see Joanna. I remember Joanna Andrew. She joined our session like this. Joanna, hi. I remember you joined our session like this. I hope the program is going great for you. Yeah, awesome. Okay, so moving on, I'll quickly go back to, by the way, Joanna is still enrolled in the internship program. So like I said, she's one of the people that um joined Amdari. I think she enrolled in March or May. So yes, we have the interview mastery bootcamp. That's where we get to prepare you for every interview that you're going in for. We also revamp your CV. And from what Crescent has talked about, he has been able to get a revamped CV, which was one thing that helped him stand out when he went in for interview. It helped him get callbacks, it helped him in a whole lot of different ways, right? So we also have mentorship sessions with industry experts. We have mentors from across the UK. This is Enoch Akolabi, for example. He's one of our mentors at Amdari. You can check him out online. We have quality people in our program, right? Amazing, Elvis, amazing. So we have quality people who are mentoring you. So your team lead is not going to be your mentor. I am not going to be your mentor when you start the program with us at Amdari. So we have specific people for different aspects of this experience for you. So the person revamping your CV is also a different person. Her name is Amina. She's an employability specialist and she specializes in prepping you for interviews, helping you get so I'll get to that, Joshua. Helping you prep for interviews, helping you review and revamp your CV, as well as optimizing your LinkedIn so that when a recruiter is looking for someone in data analytics and they search online just to do either headhunting or anything like that, you are able to also come up. So we do all of that. We also give you LinkedIn recommendation if you need it. And there is also the reference letter that is available at every time on demand. And how this has helped most of our interns, like I said, is what I have shared with us from Crescent's point of view. So Juliana, if you're here, can you just let me know? But I don't think Juliana is here yet, so we will proceed. But like I mentioned, we've heard from Crescent, and that's how we helped him. Now, how did we also help Damilola? So Damilola moved to the UK a couple of years ago. She took data analytics course, couldn't land interviews, so she did what? She joined Amdari in November as well. So when she joined, so the reason why we keep referencing the November guys is because their own 6 months internship is over, but they got jobs even before they were done, right? So Damilola got a job, I think 2 months ago, right? That was like her 5th month into the internship. She got the job and she was able to build, and in her case, it was the portfolio that she built that really helped her. Now, one key thing that she mentioned was she doesn't have experience working in procurement, but because of the projects she had worked on, the tools she was exposed to, the recruiters said something to her. They said, okay, you don't have experience working in procurement, but you've been exposed to working in an agile team. And this experience you have working with tools like you mentioned, Power BI, Tableau, Excel, and even Slack for team communication, we think you'll be able to, blend in real fast. You already have the exposure, right? And that was how she was able to get the job. They were like, you know what, we can get started with you. And she has gotten the job and she's still doing amazing on the job. And like I said, it comes with on the job support. So she's still with us in the accelerator program that we have going on right now for some of our interns. It's just to help them solidify everything that they've gotten during the internship. And the fact that you've gotten a job does not mean we should exclude you. And that accelerator program itself is free for them, right? Doesn't mean we should exclude them because, oh, you've gotten a job, oh, your internship is over. No, we still made it open for them. That's how far we go with making sure that, okay, we make you a solid candidate. We make you a solid professional in whatever domain or space: cybersecurity, data analytics, data engineering, data science, business analysis, and project management. So I would like to play a video for us from Damilola. So I'll share my screen real quick and we will just hear from Damilola. So like I said, it's just a very short video. Let me share this start. So this is Damilola.
My name is Damilola and I'm here to share my
I don't think anyone,
experience.
I can't even hear my screen. Let me go. All right, I'm reloading right
Hi
now.
everyone, my name is
Let's see.
Damilola and I'm here to share my experience as a data analyst training with Dari. So I started out my
Sorry, I think
training
I
with
need to.
analytics, where I got to learn extensively skills that I needed to upskill and also. Hi everyone, my name is.
So I think I need to just close that tab. Let's start all over from a different tab because I think it's picking up the sound really slow. So let's start from a different tab.
Hi everyone, my name is Damilola and I'm here
Okay,
to
I don't
share
know
my
why that's the case.
experience as a data analyst training with Dari. So I started out my training with analytics,
Please, if you
where I
can hear
got
them, you're
to
like,
learn extensively skills that I needed to upskill and also the tools that I needed to be a seasoned data analyst. And based off on that experience, I moved on to becoming an intern with Dari. And what informed my decision was the fact that we would be given and also a lot of tools that I haven't come across or used in my daily work. So it's been a very good experience. It's been great. It's been challenging because it is pretty much like a second job. It would push you to actually do better. So it's been fun. I've gotten to meet a lot of people. We have teams, we have daily stand-up meetings. We have mentorship sessions where we get to work on our CVs and just learn about the job market, hear from other people, and learn from them also. And also we have great mentors that would always be there for us whenever we needed help with anything. So overall, it's been a really awesome experience. And I started in November last year, and right now I have landed myself a senior role in procurement, and it was the training that I got from Dari helped me and set me apart to give me the exposure that I needed to get the role. So I would encourage everyone out there that want to go this line and take this opportunity to actually go for it, as it would help a lot and to give you the that you need. Thank you guys. Hi everyone, my name is Damilola and I'm here to share my.
So yes, that's Damilola. So that was the video she shared with us. Like I said, she was supposed to be on this call, but she's unable to join us because of work. So I think I stopped sharing my screen. I think stop sharing. Can you still see my screen? Because I can only see myself. You can still see my screen sharing? Okay, yeah, yeah. Let me share again. Can you share that? Okay, thank you. So let me quickly share my screen again. I don't know why it's not sharing. I guess I clicked on that by mistake. Thank you. Okay, so yes, it's back up. Confirm that you can see my screen, please. Awesome. Thank you so much, Joanna and Elvis. Okay, so Juliana is here with us now. I really don't want to keep her waiting for too long. So I'd like us to quickly hear from Juliana. Hi, Juliana, are you here? So, like I said, Juliana has been able to land a job, right, in data engineering. And by the way, for people curious about, oh, okay, is it just data guys? Someone got a job in cybersecurity. I'll show us the text between him and his team lead, right? So I'll show also it's not just data guys that are getting jobs. We have this person that got a job in cybersecurity, and his own program, he got it in 3 months. To be honest, I'll show us the chat real quick. But yeah, Juliana is here with us now. Hi, Juliana.
Hi, Omowunmi.
Hi, good
Hi,
afternoon.
hi, everyone. Good, good
Yeah.
evening, everyone.
Thank you
Yeah,
so much for joining, Jimmy. Okay,
yeah.
so please over to you. Share the experience, how you joined the program, how the on-the-job support has been as well after you got a job and all that. So please over to you.
Um, First of all, I joined I joined Tenalytics, in 2023, around I think it was second quarter of 2023. I don't know if everyone can hear me. I'm in a noisy background. Pardon me. So I mean, So the program was nice. It was actually a data science program and it was for 3 months. And during those times, I was exposed to some projects and a lot of assignments and all of those things. And at the same time, I studied data science in school. but I would say that that was not the only thing that got me a job. So while I was on that particular training, we had mentorship sessions with different people. And I mean, they taught us how to write our CVs, how to land, interviews, how to structure your CV to fit the job description and all of that. And if I'm being honest, I would say that it took me like almost 2 years before I could land my first data role. And the good thing about this is that I joined Amdari and I started the data engineering program as well. So I had like an understanding of how data engineering is supposed to be, and I've had like support with Chichi and some other tutors and all of that. So when I went for my interview, I was able to answer my questions correctly, and I was able to sell myself to to the hiring manager and everybody, and they liked me. I fit into the culture and I got the job. And I'll say that Analytics, Amdari, they've been very, 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 supportive in terms of anytime I have any issues at work, I reach out to, the teachers, and they will come to my aid and help me solve the problems. And it's been very, very wonderful. I'll 100% recommend Amdari to everyone because of the structured way of, of teaching this. The all stuff is structured in a way that you have like real hands-on experience. It's not just about you going to school and getting a degree. I mean, how you're supposed to work in the real life situation also matters as well. And that is what this program actually exposes you to. And those are the things that you do when you get the job eventually. That's like your day-to-day tasks as a data analyst or a data engineer and all that. So that's what actually helps me to land my first role. And the bottom line is I didn't even get a junior level role. I got a senior role, from having no job at all to having a senior role. So, and that is very, very, very impactful. And that's because I was able to get the experience from Amdari. So yeah, that's just really much everything that I have to say.
Thank you so, so much, Juliana. Again, like I promised, I was not going to delay. So you can see that I keep to my words. So thank you so much, Juliana, for joining us. I know that you as well had like a busy schedule, so you had to just squeeze in. So I really, really appreciate you joining us on this call. Thank you so much. Okay, so yes, we heard this from Juliana as well. And to be honest, it's just one of the key things that we always hammer on. Like she mentioned, and by the way, the analytics she's mentioning is owned by our founders, right? Adeza and Epimena. So Tenalytics is the training company that they own. So Amdari is the part that gives you experience, that helps you get ready for that job, that builds you, right? And it's just pure internship. So Amdari is not a training company, but a pure work experience program. And we have structured it in such a way that it helps you to properly navigate the job space, from interview prep to your CV revamp, which is something I have on my screen. You can see this person, social media manager, and he goes on to be being a business analyst in Manchester City Football Club, and also a data analyst. So this is the part where we always revamp your CV. And we always say this: when we revamp your CV, we're not getting rid of your past experience, right? We are making it in such a way that your past experience is still made relevant by looking for ways to make your transferable skills still relevant. Right, you make your transferable skills still relevant. And one thing I like about what Juliana said was the fact that she got a senior role. You heard from Damilola as well. I played her video before now, and I don't know if you picked out that part where she said she also got a senior role. We always say this: the way this program is structured is to immerse you in the project. So anybody that hears about the work you've done or things that you've done, they won't see you as a junior level professional, right? The program already makes you come across as a very senior level person. And I know that the other time, I think it was who in the chat that was asking, okay, I have a job, how do I, juggle both? Am I going to be able to balance my job and this internship? Yes, everybody on the Amdari Work Experience program has like either a previous job, they're trying to transition into tech. So they're either still working in banking, they're either still working in sales, customer care, or even care, right? Caregivers and all. They're either still working shifts as well. So they have all these jobs, but they are trying to transition into tech to land a job. So we've designed the internship to be very, very flexible. We always say you're expected to dedicate at least 1 hour to 2 hours in a day to the program. Most times, some people would say, "Oh, I'm busy. I might miss my meeting." Your program lead is going to chase you. They would reach out to you, right? They would support you. So When Juliana was speaking, she mentioned Chichi. When Crescent was speaking, he mentioned Isabella. That's to tell you that your team leads are not the same people, right? Your team lead is different from the person leading the other team. So they have full attention to work with you closely and make sure that you achieve exactly why you are here. So now I will like to quickly give us, we're going to be wrapping up soon and I will be taking questions, right? So what's the fastest way to get a job in the UK after all said and done, right? And I mean, at the start of this session, I asked, if you know that you're familiar with, being done with a program and still trying to get a job, give me a thumbs up. And I had a lot of people that raised their hands. Now, that's to tell you that there are a lot of people, like plenty. People are plenty that are looking for jobs. You're not alone, right? So many interns that are interns, they used to be where you are, right? You heard Damilola's story. You heard Juliana's story. You heard Crescent's story, right? They used to be here. They joined a session like this and they took a chance with Amdari. We were like, let me give them benefits of the doubt. Let me see if this is going to work. And one thing that gladdens us every time is the fact that people come back to tell us how this has helped them. And one thing we say is, please, we're going to do our best. We are going to impact you with everything possible to land a job, but you need to do your part. There is a proverb that says, you can only drag a horse to the river, but you cannot force it to drink water, right? That's the same thing with this program. When it comes to chasing you, your team lead will chase you. If you don't show up for stand-up meeting, they will chase you. I think one of the people that gave testimonials today spoke about the stand-up meetings they have. It's an actual work environment, like you're coming to work, right? At this internship program. So I wasn't here when you started, Sam. Oh, okay. So there is going to be a recording of this session, Sam. Just fill the attendance form that my colleagues is dropping, and you will get the recording. You would hear the testimonials from people that have gotten jobs after joining the internship, and even so, yeah. So now you need to have a strong profile. You need real tech skill, and you might still be struggling to get a job despite having all. You've heard this so many times. This is what you need. This is what you need. But essentially, you need to do something everyone else is not doing. You need to have an edge. You need to go all in, right? Whatever is worth doing is worth doing well. You need to go all in and make sure that, okay, you are that candidate that ends up getting the job, right? So tech jobs are everywhere, not just at tech startups. What you have to do is to take a look at other industries that are hiring and apply. Please do not restrict yourself to one mode of application. Oh, it's only these companies. Oh, it's only, and people always eye big companies as well. You can target startups, right? Sometimes startups will hire you faster. So we always say this. And even when you're targeting startups, don't look at the ones in the tech space alone. Maybe the ones building apps, don't look at those ones alone, right? You can look at people, industries in logistics. They all need tech professionals. They all need tech professionals. They have a digital platform where their customers hear about them. They all need tech professionals. So as you're looking out for companies to apply to, don't look at the top companies. Look at startups. But when looking at startups, don't look at tech alone. Look at other industries. And the projects you come to work on at Amdari, they cut across different industries, logistics and supply chain. They cut across real estate. So your portfolio is filled with projects across a lot of industries. This gives our interns an edge. This particular approach, you don't have just one project in one industry or 5 projects in one industry. It's across industries, right? Then you need to search for jobs in cities with high tech recruitment. So in the UK, for example, I had a session last week where I did like an analysis of cities in the UK that are always hiring for tech professionals, right? According to, I think, is it NACE report, or was it? I did the report. If you would also love to get that link, please fill the attendance form that my colleague is dropping and we will share with you. So I did that analysis, and then we're able to come up with the cities that are hiring for tech. So take a look at those cities like that as well. And like I said, we are also going to be adding everybody that fills this attendance form to the community that we have created for 1 week job prep. And on that, during that 1 week, we are going to be dropping links to job boards, links to jobs, remote jobs in the UK, different jobs in the UK that you can apply to. Right. Then another thing you need to also know is you don't need to you don't need to just apply to project manager jobs, right? There can be a scrum master vacancy. Apply to that. Different titles. Just look for the one that matches the skill. But the only thing is, it just sounds different. So you can apply to scrum master. You can apply to project analyst. You can apply to IT project manager. I used to work as an IT PM, right? Web project manager was the name of my role at that time. So you just look at the ones that apply to. And I remember when I did that, I was actively looking for a project manager role. I was fresh out of product management boot camp, and I was looking for only product management role. And I kid you not, it wasn't coming. But I saw this web project manager role, and I was like, might be a great way to get my leg in the door. Sometimes that's what you have to do. And I took that job, and that was it. And it was actually a job with a German Nigerian company. So it wasn't like it was a bad job or a bad company, but it was just the role. So imagine I just said, no, I'm just looking for product manager. But even that product manager was not coming yet at that time. But I saw web project manager, and then I went for it, and I got the job. And after that, I got product manager roles because I used that to also apply to other jobs. Now I have a proof. I have major things, right? So that's one thing that internship does for you. So I'll attend to your question, Elvis. I'll attend to that shortly. So, and the other number one thing that recruiters always want is your energy, your curiosity, and how clearly you show what you can do. This is one ingredient that Amdari interns take to interviews. From what they were saying, you can tell that these guys have confidence. You heard from Juliana, you heard from Kristen, you heard from Damilola, from their speech, from everything they said, you can tell that they were really prepared. They were just even gisting you and giving you hints into how, the program helped them. Imagine them in an actual interview. These guys went in prepared. Now, one thing that would make you always stand out, honestly, it's not your skill technically. That's your technical skill, right? It's not your technical skill. It is that other thing about you that most people might not have. How you take initiative. How can you communicate that if you've never worked in a team? You're a project manager. You don't have a project you've managed. You don't have a team you have managed. There has never been real deadline. There has never been real timeline, right? Nothing of such. So you don't have anything like that to show us, okay, what you've done. Recruiters will not hire you. This is what our interns always have when they go in for interviews. They've managed projects. They've interacted in an actual agile team, right? So you have all of this. It builds your confidence, your energy, your personality. There is something called personality hire, right? So you would hear during deliberations, you would hear things like, I like this person. I think, yeah, in addition to everything they can do, I really like this person. And so there is such a thing as personality hire. And that's because you have communicated the right energy. You have communicated the right amount of how you've taken initiative in the past. Our program prepares you for this because you're going to be placed in a team and you have to work and you have to deliver. And these are stories you tell. You don't make it up. These are stories you tell, and recruiters can tell. So yes, Sam, we're definitely offering that as well, and we'll get to that, right? So in a competitive market, it's not about applying, it's about applying better, right? And I don't know how you guys see things, right? When it comes to doing things and standing out, but I would just like to speak from my own perspective, and hopefully you are aligned as well. So when it comes to going all out, to be honest, I don't like settling for less, right? You took a course and you paid to take that course. You've already invested into your growth. You've gone all out. You've paid, like your hard-earned money, you paid that to apply for a program. So when it comes to getting the job, why then should you relax? When they say, okay, these are things that you need to do, and experience cannot be overflowed. It might sound like it's overflowed, but it's just very important. Put yourself in the shoes of the recruiter. You are not a cybersecurity professional, but you have a fintech product, and you need a cybersecurity person for the purpose of GRC, for example, right? Governance, risk, and compliance. You need somebody that is knowledgeable, but that's not your field, right? You are just maybe a project manager, right? Who knows how to manage people, manage system, products, and everything. That's who you are, not a GRC person. So if you are hiring a GRC person, you don't want to hire somebody that needs to be trained. And That's something that comes with just being fresh out of a boot camp. You need to be trained. Juliana said something. She said she couldn't land a job after her training for 2 years until she started the program at Amdari. She started in January, mind you. She started this year, January. Was it January or February? She was telling me yesterday. She started in January, let's just say January, and she got a job in April. 3 months or 4 months, let's say 4 months into the program. So it's not everybody that stays until the end before they get the job. And I promise you, something is currently going on at Amdari where we had interns that joined in January, joined in February, and the like, and we've created an accelerator program for them only because we want more people to get jobs. Most of them are done with their internship, but some of them have not gotten jobs. And we went ahead to create a 5-month accelerator. They are not paying for that. Juliana, I believe you're still with us, right? You joined that. No, not Juliana, sorry, Joanna, because I know Joanna joined us. She joined, this accelerator program is open to all of them, right? So you don't even pay for that. It's just for us to, okay, let's do this with you. Thank you very much, Joanna. Let's do this with you. We need you to get a job. We need you to get a job. Yes, we have people that have gotten jobs. We might as well just say, yeah, you know what? But we still want more people, and they are not paying anything extra, and it's for 5 months, and they've done 6 months. Some of them have done 5 months, right? And they get this 5 months extra. That's one thing that comes with Amdari and delivering value. So we want to make sure that you stand out. And the worst case scenario when it comes to taking courses and applying to jobs is you keep doing what you've been doing before, same application, same silence, same regret. That's if you keep doing what you've been doing before, right? That was why I said going all out. I don't know how you see this thing, but you have already paid for a program. Why not go extra mile, right? Go the extra mile. Do what you have to do to get the job. Amdari is going the extra mile to make sure that our interns get the job, right? We always tell them, please show up, please join your meetings. In fact, if they miss their stand-up, there is calls that is placed. They get calls from their team lead. Join the stand-up meeting, join the micro training, because we also have infused like a micro training, because some of the interns that join us, honestly, Juliana, she's been in the program. She took her course 2 years ago. No, three. You heard her, everything. She took the program 3 years ago, didn't get a job. Trust me, she would have had rusty skill sets because it's been a while. She has not been practicing. So a lot of the interns are like this. So we designed the internship in such a way that you're working on projects, you're working in a team, you're building, like you're working actually. But we have micro trainings where you also get to learn new tools. Okay, I've never used this tool before. You get guided, you get taught how to use it so that you can use it to work on your project. It makes you deliver on your project faster and finish your task faster. Right? Best case scenario, when you go all out by joining Amdari, because that's the best case scenario. Worst case scenario is, okay, yeah, you don't join Amdari, you've been doing what you've been doing before, applying to jobs, hoping that, okay, you get a call back and all that. But best case scenario is when you now take up this journey with Amdari. 6 months, your LinkedIn says, now working as a cybersecurity professional, just like Crescent has shared, just like Damilola shared, just like Juliana also shared, right? And we're hoping that Johanna would also share something like that with us real soon. Now, I carried out this report, right? And from this report, we're able to discover the success rate of internship, right? The success rate of people that get jobs. And I've also attached the link to this report. Now, from this report, you can see I just did like a screenshot of this. It was from NACE, right? So the report says 62% average offer rate to interns. And you can see the 2025 internship report here as well. There is a 62% offer rate at the end of your internship. That's how much this internship in general really contributes to your chances of getting a job, right? Now, specifically structured internship gives you a better outcome. That's the type of internship that gives you, right? It is structured. I just mentioned that not only do you have a team lead, you also have a separate person that revamps your CV. You also have an interview prep with external HR people, right? That sit like panel, typically what you would see anywhere if you go in for an interview. You are prepared. right? You also have what's it called now? A revamped CV. I mentioned that already. That proper structure, your project execution trainings as well. You're working on a project, you're executing the project, and you are also being trained in between on a new tool that you've never used before. So I did my internship, for example, a couple of years ago, and during that period, I went into that internship as a software developer, knowing only 3 tools, or programming languages, if you may say, JavaScript, CSS, and HTML. That was all. I didn't know React. I didn't know Laravel. I didn't know PHP. Internship exposed me to all of that. Now, during that period, I was learning. We built a website that we would have been able to finish up in 2 months. We built it for 6 months, the entire period of my internship, to be honest. And that was because we're making a lot of mistakes. We're learning, right? So internship at Amdari comes with a structure that makes you learn faster and deliver on projects faster. The experience I had during my own internship, we're not, you just figure things out yourself, and it took us long to finish that project. Long, like 6 months. An experienced expert, right, would be done with that project in 2 months, to be honest. I mean, we build websites actively today, and that page that took us 6 months is something that a developer colleague of mine would be done with today, front end and back end, in just 3 days. I kid you not. We build landing pages at Amdari in 1 day, like a landing page. We build it in 1 day. That's the internal team, right? So yeah. So like I said, schemes that also mimic real work experience, right, or real work, they accelerate conversion. Amdari gives you that 100%. The internship format comes with tools, mentorship, and real projects that push this conversion above 66%. And that's one thing that has helped our interns to land a job, like I mentioned. So to be honest, this thing has been validated in different ways, and we cannot even overemphasize it. And the Amdari internship is that internship that has been built to help you thrive, right, in the job market. It has been built to help you succeed in the job market. And I'll be taking questions in the next few minutes, right? But real quick, how do we deliver this? Your technical skill is combined with employability skill. Your employability skill are those soft skills that comes with you, right? And that's the confidence, how you've taken initiative, what you've managed as a project manager, what you've done, right? Your portfolio that shows everything that you have been able to achieve in the course of that internship. That is what the Amdari internship experience gives you, right? So it's not just technical skills. Your technical skill will not get you liked or get you to retain a job, right? It will just help you to thrive and do well. But when it comes to, because you can be very good at everything technical, but you don't know how to communicate. You're not a good team player, right? You don't manage expectations well. I have had to learn a lot of things the hard way. That's why I said something about low risk. Guys, funny story, please don't laugh at me. I remember when I was working as this IT project manager in the organization I worked, right, at that point in time, this client of ours, it was an agency, right, owned by a German person. So these clients reached out to us about building their website for us. We listed the different things that we were going to need from him, and we sent him a quote. And the quote contains, okay, this particular thing, front end, this cost, back end, this cost, user payment integration, that cost, blah, blah, blah. And he was saying something about us waiving a particular cost. And I was the project manager, guys. This is what I mean by low risk comes with internship. High risk comes with when you're working in a real company. This is a real client. He said we should waive this price for him. I was on a call with him. There was no email. And then I honestly can't remember if I said yes to him or no, that we're going to waive it. But the problem was I didn't understand the meaning of that waive at that point in time. So I was like, oh, okay, sure, right? Apparently, what I thought he meant was not what he meant. Problem of communication. So when he came back to us and he was very upset, he was like, oh, why is the quote saying this? But Omowunmi said that we are waiving the cost, blah, blah, blah. Why is the quote saying this? Why is the quote saying that? And then that was when it dawned on me that, okay, it was costly because that amount was a lot. And it was messy because my boss got dragged into the conversation, and my boss is God. She got dragged into the conversation, and It got so crazy. And then they were like, okay, where's the email that says, and there was no email. And I had to learn from my team leader at that point that you need email trail to back everything up. If you say this or if you say that, you need so document everything. Let everything be transparent. This thing comes with. So it was costly. It was high risk. In fact, we did not just lose that client, it really made us lose money as well, right? And that was my mistake. Now, with an internship, I could have probably learned that part. I only interned as a web developer, not as a PM. My experience working as a web developer really helped me to land that job. But there was so much more to still learn. Communication is key. You would make costly mistakes if you don't know how to communicate well. That was why I said you get to keep a job if you have those soft skills that will not make the company lose, right? Do you take initiative? Blah, 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 all those stories. Right? And I told this story in one of my interviews again. And honestly, lessons learned again can really help show that you've really worked in an environment and you've learned a lot, right? So lessons learned has a role to play in you getting a job. And you can only have lessons learned if you have exposure in an actual organization, right? And I had that exposure to working with international organizations. That was how it was also easy for me to land a job in the UK when I applied to, international, when I applied for roles in the UK. So it was one of the things that really helped me, that exposure, because working in that German company, that really, really helped me with one thing, to be honest. I worked with Turkish, what's it called, clients. I worked with clients in Germany. I worked with clients in different accents, different location, different time zone. How did I manage, right? How did I manage that? So this internship builds you for that. You get assigned a project. You work together in a team, right? You come together, work in a team, present what you worked on, right? After it has been approved, you get feedback. There is a feedback loop that happens. So Nana, the next one is starting on July. Starts on the 5th of July, right? Starts on the 5th of July. So if you want to enroll, the payment link will be dropped by my colleague. I'll explain how that works real quick. So whatever project you work on is added to your CV, and how Amdari has helped interns thrive has been shared by Crescent. Juliana has shared it because you work in a cross-functional team. You master industry tools. You deliver 8 to 10 projects within 6 months of internship. You have a portfolio, right, filled with real projects that helped Damilola get a job. You get UK reference letter from us, available on request for 2 years. You can request for it anytime within the space of 2 years. We make it available. All right. So I have also explained how this internship is delivered, what our interns actually do at Amdari. You get assigned a project, you deliberate on it, you have 2 trainings in between your project execution so that you can deliver the project faster, right? You get micro trainings in between. Your CV is revamped, your LinkedIn is optimized, you are mentored, you interact with your peers. That's how you get to build an actual team of, that's how you get to build a community of people that would end up recommending you for roles in the future, right? Most of the jobs I've gotten today as well have been through recommendations. So now, this is somebody that got a job as a cybersecurity professional. Like I mentioned earlier, not only data guys get a job. Now, this person sent a message to his team lead, Tofa. Tofa is Christopher, one of our cybersecurity specialists. We have about 4 cybersecurity specialists. So that's for you to know that the person handling the cybersecurity team is not handling your team.
Hi, Omowunmi. Are you having? Please, if you can hear Omowunmi, give me a thumbs up. If you cannot hear her, give me a thumbs down. Okay, you cannot hear her. Okay, I think her network is hanging. All right, guys, please, if you're yet to fill the attendance form, okay, please do so I can send the recording of this session and some other important documents to you. All right. So I don't know. She's showing. Just give me a minute. She'll be back. Okay. Hi, Yetunde. Do you have questions? No, we don't have products and UX design. Okay. What we have currently is data analytics, data science, data engineering, business analysis, project management, and cybersecurity specializations like SOC analytics, ethical hacking, and GRC. Then for training, so what we do, okay, Omowunmi is back. Thank you.
Okay, I am so sorry. I honestly don't know why I just froze for a bit there. Please confirm that you can hear me clearly. Can you hear me? All right, thank you so much, Peter. Thank you, Joanna and Elvis. So yes, so this is the message from Adeomi. So he says, "Hi Tofa." Okay, let me pin myself, and then I think my screen is also coming up now. Okay, thank you, Nana. Thank you. Okay, is my screen up? Sorry, please. I'm trying to. Okay, I'm not sure my screen is displaying yet. Please give me a thumbs up if you can already see my screen as well. Okay, thank you. So yeah, so he says, "Hi Tofa, this is Adeomi. I just want to give you heads up. I won't be able to join the drop-ins or participate fully in the project. I have finally landed a job and I am to resume next week. The first few weeks will be very busy, so I might not be able to participate and all of that. This is another. This person signed up for 3 months internship and he says, I made my last payment for my 3 months internship about an hour ago. I am thinking of extending to 6 months because I liked the project and I like the project we worked on recently and next one that is proposed. Now, this tells you the quality of what we deliver at Amdari, right? So I won't be playing any testimonial anymore because what this session has been about is for you to hear from them. And we've heard from 2 people live on the call and 1 person's video was also displayed. So what we help you with is we work in a cross-functional team. I've said that time and time again, and I will take questions real quick. The next cohort is starting on the 5th of July, right? That's in about a few weeks time, maybe 2 weeks or so. It's starting, and you would get, if you enroll now, you will get to have 7 months worth of experience with just 6 months price. You're not paying for 7 months internship, right? You're paying for 6 months internship, but you are getting 7 months experience. It's going to, so starting in July means you're going to be with us for the next 7 months, right? And it's going to be value packed. Now, to enroll for 3 months internship, it is just $390 discounted fee. The original fee is £500, but we are giving you at a discount of $390, right? So you get to save, and you pay 3 times in 3 installments. If you enroll today, you get £130. You get to pay £130, and this offer is only for the next 24 hours. This offer is only for the next 24 hours before it goes back to £500. The same thing applies to 6 months internship, right? If you're going for 6 months internship, you're going to pay £750 instead of £900, right? And paying that amount means that you get to save £150. Now, enrolling today means you pay £150 just to secure your spot. You can pay 5 times. That's 5. You would pay for 5 months for the duration of your internship. So you don't need to pay everything all at once, right? So it is very flexible. You pay every month. Very, very flexible. If you're going for 3 months internship, you pay £130. If you're going for 6 months internship, you pay £150 to secure your spot in the next 24 hours, right? Like I said, you're not paying the full amount, which is £500. It's discounted for the next 24 hours. You're not paying the full amount, £900. It's discounted for the next 24 hours. So this is what you get to pay, right, to secure your spot. Of course, this is what you get to pay. But to secure your spots, just £150 or £130. And my colleague is already dropping the payment link in the chat. The next cohort is starting on the 5th of July. And to take advantage of this discount, just pay today. In the next 24 hours, secure your spot for a chance to enroll within the next for a chance to take advantage of this. And like I said, you are getting 1 extra month free. So that means going for 3 months means you stay with us for 4 months. Going for 6 months means you stay with us for 7 months. So you're getting 1 extra month, and a lot is going to happen in your first month of internship. Would review your CV from that first month. We're also going to start having projects that you work on from that first month before you get so immersed. Remember what I said earlier about the fact that a lot of people have taken courses 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 months ago, 5 months ago. They've not really practiced. So we prepare you properly. We give you access to Amdari Learn websites. You take courses for free, even for the entire 7 months. You are building your capacity, you're developing while working on the internship. And this is what the Learn page looks like, right? You take as many courses as you want. If I click on View All, you would see that we have a lot of courses on the website, right? For project management, cyber security, we have for all career paths, as you can see on my screen. So just a minute, it's loading. So we have a lot of courses on the website that you can take advantage of. So if you scroll down, you can see, and you can go up to the third page. Project management courses there. You can see the project initiation phase, project management structure, introduction to project management, and that's how we have all of these courses there. Not just project management. You saw we have for, okay, let me just show you. So you can see cybersecurity, you can see data, all of these free courses. You don't pay for them just by being an intern. We also have the portfolio website. This is the link that Damilola has been sharing with recruiters, and they saw the projects that she worked on, and it gave her an opportunity to stand out. It's an actual portfolio website that you can use and share the link by just clicking on this share icon, share the link. We also have the job board. You can apply to as many jobs in a day. These are ways that we are preparing our interns for, that opportunity to get a job. So I will take questions real quick, but let me show you how to secure your spot. It's easy, it's straightforward, and it is not difficult at all. So when you click on this link that my colleague has dropped in the chat, this link that says main stack, right? When you click on that link, you'll be redirected to this page on my screen, this particular page. You'll be redirected here. So once you click on this particular page that you see on my screen, select any of the payment links, or rather, any of the programs, data science, data engineering. You can see cybersecurity is broken down into SOC, ethical hacking, or GRC. Select any of these programs. Once you do that, you can select 3 months or 6 months. Once you do that, you'll be redirected to the payment page, right? On that payment page, all you have to do, so that payment page is not loading on my end. Once you do that, just select the payment plan that you want to work with, right? If it's 3 months payment plan, to pay in 3 months, that's 3 installments. Select it. If you're going for 6 months, that means you can pay in 5 installments. Select it. You will be securing your spot tonight with just £150 if you go for 5 months internship, and you will be securing your spot with just £130 tonight if you go for 3 months internship. And once you're done paying, just click on you'll be redirected to this form. It's the enrollment form. Fill it with your name, your email address, your country of residence, just select it here, current status, and also your phone number. Click on next. So once you do that, you are redirected here, right? Which internship program are you interested in? Upload your payment receipt as well, right? Also type in your name. Now, if you're going for 6 months, it's possible you spread it across programs. We have people that would go for 6 months and do data analytics and project management. Some people will do data analytics and business analysis, right? 3 months, 3 months, but we just want price of 6 months, and you can spread your program across like that. So yes, so once you fill the form, it's very easy and straight to the point. Select the duration, 3 months, 6 months. Once you do that, select when you want to start. If you're splitting it, like I explained, right? Once you do that, it's very easy. Fill the form. How did you hear about Amdari? Select it. When do you want to start? And also what influenced your decision to subscribe? Just submit, and that is all. It's very easy to do, and it's straight to the point. Like I said, the next cohort is starting on the 5th of July for anyone interested to get started, right? And the discounts that we have going on right now is just for the next 24 hours, right? So that we can start with your onboarding. Onboarding comes with your offer letter, comes with your job description. And if there is anyone on this call who is also a master's student in the UK, it is perfect for your work placement. we have a lot of students that have joined us and we've given these recommendations, and we always fill whatever form that your school sends in for us to fill. So I will take questions now. So if you have any question for me, okay, I see a couple of hands raised. Hi, Abiodun. So I'll start with Abiodun since your hand is up. So if you have a question for me, please raise your hand and I'll take you next. So please raise your hand if you have any question for me. Hi, Abiodun, can you unmute now? Okay, I'll take Kike Lomo next. Hi, Abiodun, are you there? Hi, Ozzy, can they unmute? Hello, Ozzy, are you there?
Yes, I responded under the chat. They can unmute.
Okay. All right, please, can you unmute yourself, Abiodun, or I'll move on to Kike. Okay, hi, Kike, go on, please. All right, while Kike is trying to unmute, Lillian says, is the internship only for those who have basic knowledge in what they're applying for? Can someone with zero knowledge also do any of these internships? So while we have the Learn platform for you to learn and all that, we also always advise that you get started by having a prior knowledge. So the structure that we have right now also supports fresh people. Like, okay, I'm very new to the space, I'm not taking a course before, but because of the 7 months that you have, someone like you, Lillian, you can use the first month to really learn. So we will just have to work closely with you. So if you enroll tonight, for example, right, we just have to work closely with you. From the point of onboarding, you will receive everything that you need. Just communicate with us that, okay, you are the Lillian that needs prior knowledge and all, and we'll make sure that you are prepared within the first month to have the prior knowledge that you need to do so well in the remaining 6 months of the internship. And that was why I said earlier that this internship is for 7 months. We created an extra 1 month so that any other person that is trying to catch up is able to, quickly catch up. So the discount is only available for this night, like I said, and it is also going to, for the next 24 hours, for the next 24 hours, and it is for 7 months internship. 1 extra month for you to get solid. All right. So Lillian, I hope that answers your question. So we'll definitely make sure that you're able to get the knowledge that you need as soon as possible. But please don't restrict yourself. Start taking courses. It will really help you. Start taking courses. But yeah, you can enroll for the program, but we will definitely make sure that you also take courses. Okay, Kike Lomo, please go on.
Thank you very much for the lectures. I want to ask, do you cover genomic data in your internship? Because my background is in genetics and cancer, and that deals a lot with genomic data. I've learned Python to a reasonable length, and I would just need to know if your internship cover data like genomic data, especially in your data science package. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kike Lomo. Definitely, we cover the aspects that you mentioned, especially data science. We are very strong on data science, data analytics, data engineering, cybersecurity, business analytics, and project management. These career paths that I've been mentioning earlier, we are very big on them. All 8 career paths, and it's 100% guided by your team lead. So you're not going to work in isolation. And it doesn't matter the background you're coming from, right? Whether it's healthcare, you're going to still work on healthcare data, right? Whether it's logistics and supply chain, you're going to work on projects in that industry. That was why I was saying earlier that this internship is not limited to one industry. It cuts across different industries, right? So does that answer it for you, Kike?
Yes, thank you.
All right. So would you be joining us as well, Kike, for the July cohorts?
Maybe next month or the next one.
Okay.
Okay,
The next one is August. So sure.
All right. I'll work towards that. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Kike. Okay, so let me take the next person. Hi, Abiodun, your hand is still raised. So for anyone who just wants to type in their question, please go ahead and type it in. right? So Lillian says, are there courses on the Amdari learning platform that I can take? Yes. So Lillian, what career path are you interested in? You can type that if you don't want to unmute. You can type the career path that you're interested in. Data science, amazing. So let me show you that real quick. Let me show you that real quick. So I mentioned earlier that we have a lot of career paths that have learn or rather crash course. So you can see data science here. So I don't want to scroll down to show you everything. So let me just filter. And we always populate the website with more and more crash courses. So you can see some of the courses that we have. Introduction to data science, Excel and statistics, introduction to Python, Python, and you can see this one has 1 lesson, 8 lessons, 5 lessons, 4 lessons, 3 lessons. It goes on, and you can still scroll down, and there are more courses on the website that you can take. So is that clear now, Lillian? Okay, that's fine. You're at work. Is that clear now, Lillian? So like I said, we'll be wrapping up the session real quick. So I am just taking questions, and I would also walk us through the payments process again. But for everyone that has stayed up until this moment, it's been amazing speaking to you. So I'll do another walkthrough, but if you'll be enrolling tonight, just give me a thumbs up, all right? You'll be enrolling tonight or in the next 24 hours. All right, thank you, Lillian. Before the discount is over, just give me a thumbs up. Okay, so Elvis, thank you. I see that you have